Namaskar. Can the food change your life? Can the food change my life? It can. One good meal can really take you out of depression, can really inspire you. And if you, for many days, you're taking a very proper diet, a perfect diet, you will start to develop in yourself love towards spirituality. And you will become much better person, less egocentric, more cooperative person. The person whose mind is expanding. And with the expansion of the mind, that person is capable of working in the teams, inspiring the teams, not working alone as a just egocentric work machine. So let's talk about this diet that can change our life. In Sanskrit, it has been formulated by Sadashiva, is the first master of yoga and tantra and meditation. He lived thousands of years ago. And he formulated it as one of the secrets of success. And he named it as a Pramit Ahara. Ahara means food and Pramit means balanced diet. But the word balance is somehow very poor to me. But this Pramit Ahara, if you study, there are so many aspects. I'm not going to talk about all the aspects. I will talk only about few. But that few is already a huge change in life. And he formulated this principle as a part, he created something called secrets of success. And one of the secrets of success is food. It means the food can motivate you, can give you energy, can heal you, can inspire you, and can lead you towards enlightenment. What kind of food is that? So, first aspect, it should be measured, not too much, not too little. If you take too much, you are not yogi. If you take too little, it's also not good, because your body becomes malnourished. You should get a proper measure. When I was young, I was struggling with that, to get the proper measure. I used to always eat a little bit too much, and then I would feel happy. Happy. Heavy, actually, not happy. I would feel heavy. So then, slowly, I figured out my measure. I understood that, okay, this is my bowl, and this much I can eat. And if I eat this much, I can digest very easy. So, it is believed that there is a stomach, and in your stomach there has to be 50% solid, 25% liquid, and 25% air. It means at least 1/4 of your stomach should remain empty when you eat. In the beginning, especially when we have this kind of weakness to eat, I like to eat myself, I like very much. But if you don't have that kind of measure, then you feel always heavy. And any kind of food, even it is the best of the best foods, it will become heavy and it will become poison for you. So this is first rule about food. You find your measure and you learn how to be satisfied with that measure. Once you learn, your body just automatically knows. My body knows. Even if you give me this much food, I will eat and I will know, okay, that's enough. I cannot eat anymore. So there is a measure. The body understands that. Another most important part of the food is that food is classified in 3 categories. To practical research, yogis were trying different things. And they find out that food, according to its influence on the body and mind, can be classified in 3 categories. Tamasic food, or food of the dark energy. Rajasic food, stimulating food. Sattvic food. Food, it's very interesting name given to it. Sattvika is Sanskrit, but in English it's called sentient food. The food which promotes sentiency, promotes intelligence, promotes intellect, promotes intuition, the food which is playing crucial role in the development of the mind. So they were experimenting and they were categorizing different products into different categories. And Tamasic food yogis advise that it should be avoided just like you avoid the poison. Imagine you open the fridge in the morning and you find big bottle with something beautiful inside, or maybe ugly, I don't know. It depends on your aesthetic sense. But there is a big sticker with the bones and the skull. Would you like to eat that? I think you will avoid. So you should put the sticker with the bones and the skull into products which belong to the Tamasic category. Tamasic means static, energy of staticity. It makes the body heavy. It makes the body lazy. After digesting that food, you want to lie down. You don't have energy, but you need time to recuperate after eating. So it becomes heavy for you, like a crocodile. You know, crocodile, they will eat one big animal, swallow. Then they will lie down and sleep for half a year. I don't know, maybe not half a year, but for some time they need to digest that big animal. Or snake, they do. If they swallow something big, then for weeks they have to go on digesting it, and they basically become immobile. So such is the Tamasic food. So what are the Tamasic foods? Meat, fish, too much, already I said. Any food which you take too much is Tamasic. Meat, fish, onion, garlic, mushroom, alcohol, any kind of intoxicants, cigarettes. This is called Tamasic food. Such food you should avoid. This food harms the body. Maybe you don't feel it so much, but it does harm the body. If you start to avoid that food, immediately your health improves. When I learned meditation, somebody advised me, he said, you know, you eat everything, but if you don't eat this, you try and you see how you will be in meditation. So I was actually not, if you would talk to me in my young age about health, I would like, go away, I'm healthy enough. I don't want to hear about it. But so I moved to vegetarian diet for the sake of meditation. True, my meditation improved, but also my health improved. After becoming vegetarian, I just stopped to be sick. I'm not sick anymore. Yes, sometimes I'm sick for 2-3 days. That's it. But before I used to be sick like every month and for a week, something like that. So it improves health. It harms the body, this food. But most importantly, it harms the mind. How it harms the mind? It makes the mind stiff. It makes the mind unperceptive to spirituality. It's just like spirituality doesn't exist. You don't feel, you don't get inspired, you don't get awakened by spiritual ideas. Poetry doesn't excite you. You cannot understand subtle things. So this is the effect. You should not also absolutize it. It doesn't mean that if you are taking this food, you are completely crude and unable like a brute. No, maybe you're a very developed person, but still that effect is there. That food, maybe you have wonderful mind, maybe you have great mind. Yet that wonderful mind is being harmed by that kind of food with that kind of energy. So it dulls the emotions. It tends to move you towards the heavy emotions of the lower chakras, like anger, lust, fear, this kind of emotion. It pushes you there. Maybe you're strong to resist, but still it pushes you there, that food. And if you experiment, you will see what I'm talking about. Like many people, they say, what's wrong with onion garlic? And you know, I have one short video in the YouTube, and then it has become somehow viral. I think it is one kind of hate watch. People watch, what is this guy is having against this onion garlic? And they write very nasty things. They say, what kind of fake teacher is he? Oh, this, and they joke and this, they kind of say some rude things there. There is nothing wrong with onion garlic. This is great food. This nonsense doesn't understand anything. So people don't understand. Why this onion garlic? What's wrong with it? But when you do meditation, and when you are accustomed to being happy and joyful, when you eat that food, you just feel that your emotions have been like, this is your 100% here. And then after eating an onion garlic, there is only 20%. And just whatever you do, you are not able to fly that high. That's the problem. The body conditions the mind, unfortunately. Maybe after you become saint, nothing conditions you. But we are conditioned by the state of the body. So if you eat onion and garlic, it dulls your emotions. It dulls your intuition, and it dulls your intellect. And also it creates this very unpleasant smell, which is coming from your tongue. Also, this type of food makes you very kind of selfish, to think about yourself. And also that kind of food develop this tendency to harm others, to take revenge and like that. Yeah, I don't say you are like that, but it is pushing you there, in that direction. And you, with your conscious effort, you are pushing yourself in a different direction, towards humanity, towards divinity. So why don't you remove this obstacle from your life and enjoy life? Enjoy good health, enjoy good mind. Second category is called Rajaguna. Raja is activating energy. It moves you either it moves you from bottom to up or from up to bottom. It doesn't allow you to stay in one condition. Rajasic people, they can not enjoy the state of happiness. If the person dominated by Rajaguna, if everything is good, he becomes bored. And he wants to create some trouble for himself and for others. Some kind of suffering must come in life. Then he will go down, 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 deeply, reach the bottom, and there he will not be happy with that kind of state. Again, he will climb. So from holiness to hell, from hell to holiness. So this movement is stimulated by this energy. Always needs some change. Always there is this restlessness. And also this energy promotes some kind of competition. I cannot cooperate with you. I become jealous of you. I understand that it's like it promotes zero-sum game. Either you win and I lose, or I win and you lose. So better I win, you lose. So with that energy, it's difficult to feel. It pushes you there. It's not like it completely defines you. You have your mind, you have your values. Your values are defining you. But this food is pushing you to that kind of mentality. To compete and to tug of war and to manipulate somebody and to dominate somebody, you know, like this. And fear. So Rajasic food is also not recommended. Maybe very moderate amount is okay. But if you take too much, then it poisons your life also. Truly speaking, Tamasic food and Rajasic food, they are considered to be impure. And Sattvic food considered to be pure. So what are Rajasic food? Rajasic food is coffee, tea, cacao, chocolate, carbonated drinks, Coca-Cola, things like that. So this is Rajasic. Maybe they can give you, in the short term, they can give you energy. Like you wake up, take coffee, okay, now I'm ready to work. But they don't give you kind of sustainable energy. When you eat sattvic food, sentient food, you have energy, not maybe burst of energy, but that energy is going on. And for many, many hours, you can be very hardworking. Yeah. You know, when I started to eat sentient food, all my family, they used to laugh at me. Oh, you're eating your grass. Though I was not eating grass, I was eating like potato and vegetables and grains and things like that. But for my family, it's grass. Oh, you're eating grass. You're like a cow. Ha 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 ha. You will not have any force in you. You don't have any strength in you. I say, okay, wait, wait. And then we went into some hard work. We used to do some agricultural work, and we were digging potato. So very hard work. So half a day we're working, and then everybody is so tired. So everybody wants to collapse. I say, no. I am full of energy. You're eating meat. You must be 10 times more full of energy. How come you are tired? No, let's go work. So then, again, they feel, they're prestigious in the line. So they must protect their prestige. So they're working. But already there is energy no more. Oh, let's go rest, please. We should rest now. I said, no. I am still full of energy. Why? What kind of rest do you want? Let's finish this work. Then finally they surrendered. They say, okay, never we will tease you. You have proven now that your diet is superior. It is true. If you follow this sentient diet, sattvic diet, you will have so much energy. You are just not tired. And you keep going on. You're already 50 years old. You're not tired. You keep going on. Rather, you feel that the older I become, the more powerful I become. But with the energy which is derived from meat, fish, etc., you become tired. You truly become tired with time. So sentient food is vegetables, apart from onion, garlic, vegetables, fruits, grains, pulses, different oils, nuts, and dairy products. Some people will say now, again, there will be lots of comments. I welcome it. It helps the promotion of the video. Write your comments. Yes, today milk comes from very inhuman industrial farming. But in principle, milk is not a harmful food. Today I almost don't take any milk, actually. I prefer to drink some soya milk, different kind of vegetable-based milks. But in principle, dairy products, they are good. When the cow is part of your family, when it receives lots of love, it gives also love. So, but then also you have to take care of the cow. You should not kill the cow. So, yeah, there are dairy products which is sourced in the human way. They are good. They are good for our body and mind. They develop our body and mind. But industrial farming, it's quite cruel. So we better try to search for replacement of that kind of products. So with this food, you will develop the love for spiritual practice. You will develop good attitude towards work. Like Tamasic food, the work is evil. It's like, oh, come on, we need to do work. Rajasic food, you feel like, I am very bored, I need to do something. And Sattvic food, you are okay when you are at peace. You are also okay, you're also enjoying when you are working. Okay, so food should be of the Sattvic category. It should be light to digest, and it should be nutritious. It must have all the nutrition, all the vitamins, all the minerals. So in that way it should be balanced. And last but not the least, food should be tasty. Aesthetic aspect of the food is very important. It must be delicious. It must give you joy. Because not only body is there, the mind is also there. We are not animals just to eat, the fodder. We are human beings. Today, we are mental creatures. We are psychic creatures. We used to be physical creatures, just like animals. But now we have been liberated through industrial revolution, through agricultural revolution. We have been liberated from that type of hard work. And our work is in the office. Our work is based on the intellect. We live in the arena of the intellect. So it is very important to give satisfaction to the mind. So there is aesthetic aspect. An aesthetic aspect is 5 organs, right? You have ears, you have tactuality, you have vision, you have taste, you have smell. So all this must enjoy. All this must enjoy. This is the mental aspect of the food. So food should be beautiful. Beautiful colors, beautiful arrangement. It should be tasty, naturally. It must smell deliciously. The texture of the food should be exciting, delighting. And it should be, when you eat food, there has to be pleasant talks or pleasant music, or pleasant silence. That's also okay. This is mental. And also, in terms of taste, there are 6 tastes: bitter, sour, sweet, salty, hot, and astringent. When you are able to combine those 6 tastes in one meal, even you don't eat so much, but you eat little, but you become satisfied. You eat little, you don't want to eat too much, because all the tastes are represented. It's like alphabet. You collected the entire word, entire meaning you have collected. So the mind has got all that ingredients. Just like the body needs vitamins, the mind needs tastes, different tastes. So, and you need to combine it in a delicious way. And then there is spiritual part of food. Spiritual part of food is love and meditation, consciousness. When you cook, you must cook with love. And you must cook thinking about Supreme Consciousness. By repeating mantra or by singing the mantra. Baba Namo Kevalam. Baba Namo Kevalam. Baba Namo Kevalam. When I sing, even now, my heart is opening. I feel there is a flow in my heart, flow of love. So everything is vibrational. So when you emanate emotions, beautiful emotions, subtle emotions, those emotions vibrate the food. They form the spiritual essence of the food. And that food becomes something we call prasad. Also, food you should mentally prepare by thinking, I cook for God, and God is going to eat it. In the form of the human beings, God will come and eat this food. So this very high, very sublime idea makes food wonderful. I have friends, spiritualists. They're doing meditation every day for many, many hours. When they cook, I enjoy. They cook. Even sometimes, this very aura about you when you meditate, this energy that you emanate all the time, is your psychic wave of your mind is very high. When you cook, the food takes that energy and becomes that. So when you eat, you are partaking of the enlightenment of that person. So I love to eat the food cooked by my friends. They are, with their good hands, with their good minds, they cook, and that food becomes really medicine. Sometimes I don't have always this same chance to eat this kind of food, but even 2 times in a month, if I eat that kind of food, I become inspired, and it gives me so much joy, and it gives me so much motivation in meditation. So yeah, like this. So try to eat the food of your seniors from the spiritual path, your teachers on the spiritual path. When they will cook, your mind is going to get elevated. Yeah. So this is our inspiration regarding the diet. Write down in the comments what you think. Do you really think that I'm crazy for onion and garlic? Or you think it makes sense? How's about experimenting? If you experiment next 3 weeks, you take only sattvic food, and then you write in the comments, how did you feel? How your meditation changed? How your relationship in your family changed? Or, easiest way to experiment is children. Because children, they cannot control themselves the way we do. So when you give sattvic food to children, they become so nice, so good, so sweet. And then, again, if you give tamasic food, then all these tendencies, these evil tendencies, they start to appear in the children. They cry, they fight, I saw it very clearly. So why don't you experiment with diet? Like people take alcohol. Does alcohol affect the mind? Of course it does. So why you think garlic will not affect the mind? Everything affects the mind. So it is a matter of research. How does it affect? For sure it affects, but how does it affect? You have to arrive to those conclusions through your own experimentations and through studying wisdom of yoga and through your own experimentation. So thank you very much. Namaskar. Dear friends, because of your donations and contributions and support, our project can grow. I am able to record the useful videos about spirituality, meditation, inspiration, etc. Those who want to support us, you can find the link in the description of this video. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much.